Arrays elements can also be destructured in JavaScript. And let's look at how that can be done. When we're talking about array destructuring, it means we can pick up array variables into our own variables. And to understand this better, let's look at an example. So we want to talk about array destructuring. So we want to look at an example. So to do an array destructuring, so we first need to create an array. And how do you create an array? Very simple. So let's use fruits as an example of our array. And let us assign it variables like this. Let's assign it values that contains 5 elements: apple, banana, orange, grape, and mango. So my array is created. Now I want to destructure a value from a specific index location from my array. And what do I want to destructure? I want to destructure something at the index position of 0. Don't forget, you normally make use of brackets notation to access the element of an array. Now, I want to that color should be inside. Fruit 1, comma. Now, another position of 1, clone fruit 2. Equals to fruit array. How? So, want to display value. Now, we have apple and banana. Now, if you look at our array, you can see that what we have at the index position of 0, we actually have apple. And in the index position of 1, we have banana, which means that this is actually very correct with what we have. So the structuring also works with array elements. So we've been able to destructure what we need from the list of our array elements. So if I want more, so I just pass it in here and say, okay, find me something in the index position of 2 as well. And what is in that index position? Let's call that one also fruit 3. And here I will just, add it to what I already have, and then it will increase the numbers of my values gotten from the structuring of the array. So as you can see now, I have 3 elements: apple, banana, and orange. So doing the structuring with array elements is fun and very easy. If you just look at what we did here, so we were able to, pick values from a specific index locations from this array and display that value out on our screen. So let's move on and let's talk about skipping array values. So when you want to skip array values, can do that using 2 or more commas. In instances where you decide that you want to skip the values of an array, you can do that by just using 2 or more commas to represent that part where you want to skip away from. So let's look at how this can be done in my code editor. So look at this example now. We have fruit 1, fruit 2, and fruit 3, which was for the initial example. So I'm not going to use this, but I'll make use of this fruit array as well. I'll just remove this part, and now I want to destructure from this array right now. I need a bracket notation in order to do that. So I want to do fruit1, comma, and now I want to skip one more. So I can do that with one or more comma and do fruit2 to be equals to my fruits array. And then I can display the primitive values, comment, dot get elements, the ID, dot inner HTML equals to this fruit1 plus fruit2. And now you can see this apple, fruit1, and grape, fruit2. Now look at what happened. So the first comma represents banana and the next comma represents grape. To prove it is true, let me remove one comma. Can you see that now it has changed our narrative when I removed one comma? So the more numbers of items or elements you want to skip, the more commas that you can put to represent them. You can see. So 3 will just represent 1, 2, 3, then showing us the last element in our array list. So this is how you can skip array values using 2 or more commas in JavaScript. Let's move on and look at the array position values. So we can pick up value from specific index location of an array. So if you want to pick up values from specific index location of an array, you can also do that using the array position values. Let's look at an example of that as well. So here is our array, it's already created, and I want to pick up value from specific index location of this array. So I want to pick value from the specific index of position 0 in my array. Now we can do fruit1 space and do one fruit2 now equals to the fruit array. And now I can get this out. Let's element by ID. Now you can see apple and banana. So with this index position 0 and 1, I was able to get out values from specific index location. So using the index value, using the bracket notation that works with getting values of arrays allows me to pick values from a specific index location. So if I want this last one, so I'll just count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I change this to 4, now let's see what happens. You can see, so to skip the rest and give me the value at that specific index location. So this is how you can pick up values from specific index locations of an array.